All right, I'd like to call the October meeting of the Little Miami School Board to order. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Grice,
Here.
Mr. Siebert,
Here.
Mr. Hamlin,
Here.
Mr. Nemish,
Here.
Ms. Horvath.
Here.
Thank you.
I need a motion to adopt the agenda.
So moved.
Wayne,
I'll
I'll
second.
second.
Diane. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath.
Yes.
Thank you.
I need a motion to accept the reading of the minutes from the last board meeting.
I'll move.
Tony,
I'll second.
Martin, any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, communications and or visitors to the board, informational presentations.
Thank you. Just a couple of pieces of data here I'd like to share with the board tonight. We have enrollment as of October 5th. Our total enrollment was 5,050 students. You might recall that when school ended in May, we were at 5,212 students. So we have lost a number of kids. Our homeschool enrollment is up this year, as well as other online charter school enrollments. I think I was talking with Terry last week, and I think we've got about another $500,000 in open enrollment or so that we've lost to online charters.
That is correct.
The good news about all of that is that all the online charters have maxed out and their enrollments are maxed and they're not taking any more kids. We've also been in the process of looking at second semester enrollments for in-seat and for our VLA remote program. And first semester, we have 1,059 students enrolled in our remote program. And it's looking, we closed out enrollments on Friday of last week, and we're looking at 883 students who will continue to be enrolled in VLA. And we've got 176 students who have returned from remote back to in-seat. So we'll be working on reconfiguring that. The high school and the junior high are going to need to move through their master schedules to incorporate the students returning to in-seat. And it looks like we'll have a few VLA staff that'll be coming back to support the added students who are coming back to in-seat. We got data reports from ODE in the last week or so, and our class of 2020 graduation rate was 97.2%. That's 341 graduates that graduated here this past May. It's an excellent percentage. We're always in the high 90s on our grad rate, and it's commendable to our staff that that's actually a 13-year data element of supporting kids as they move through their learning career. So we're very pleased with that data element. And then within the last week, the district has also received notice that an organization called greatschools.org is recognizing us as with a College Success Award for looking at our graduates that go on to college. And I think one of the primary elements that they look at is, do our kids persist beyond freshman year and continue to pursue a post-secondary degree? And that's very notable. We were one of a little over 2,000 high schools that was recognized with that award. And that's all I have to share right now.
That's something that we really need to push out there in the public.
Yeah, our communications director actually made a press release late last week with that.
Very good, Emily. I have a question about the kids coming back and the changes. Do our staff have time is there a time for them to work through all this? Are they given?
Well, it's like everything else that we've been dealing with since we've come into this COVID-19 circumstance. There's lots of opportunity and not enough time. We actually were in a day-long meeting today looking at planning on how to make this transition. I know that there have been some concerns about why do we have to make decisions so early, but there's really quite a lot of work involved in setting up a master schedule and realigning staff to be able to support both our remote element as well as our in-seat element. So our counselors in particular, counselors at the high school in particular, there are typically things that they would have gotten to by now, especially with our seniors and with our career passport process that they're behind on. So there's obviously going to need to be extra work above and beyond outside the typical workday. They've already been putting in a lot of hours. So we're looking at a plan to try to support them to be able to do that. And we'll be bringing that right forward to you next month.
Okay,
Because there's going to be some extra stipend that we're going to request on that.
that's good. All right, thank you. All right, I think we're ready now for treasurer's reports and financial reports. Terry?
Yes, under item C, number 1, I ask for the board's approval of the month ending September 2020 monthly financial reports.
I need a motion, please.
I'll move.
Martin?
I'll second.
Diane? Discussion.
Yeah, included in those are our bank reconciliation, of course, and then we have a 2 different budgetary reports for the general fund, also a revenue report, and then also we have a financial summary of each individual fund within the district.
Thank you, Terry. I need a roll call, please.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right,
I'm
under
sorry.
contracts.
Yes, under contracts, I ask for the board's approval of the contracts as listed.
Need a motion, please.
I'll move.
Tony?
I'll second.
Wayne? Discussion.
Yeah, we have 3 contracts listed there. One is with Sidearm Sports. That is for development of our athletic website, online revenue selling and sharing, of course, to pay for the agreement. It is a 5-year agreement. There's a few neighboring schools around us use them also, and they seem to be doing a really good job. And then the other 2 contracts are one's with the Goddard School, the other one's with Toddler Time. And these are actually both revenue generating for daycare services.
And we usually do that every year anyway, right?
We used to with Goddard several years ago and with Toddler Time now, because these are during the day. But we have done them in the past, absolutely.
right.
These are contingency contracts in the event that we end up in an extended remote time frame to be able to provide daycare services for our staff who have kids so that they can actually be able to teach remotely.
That's correct.
Thank you. I need a roll call, please.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin.
Yes.
Thank you. And next, under item C3, donations, asked for a approval of the donation the board agenda.
I need a motion, please.
I'll move.
Tony?
I'll second.
Martin? Discussion? What was,
This is, oh, good. This is a donation from a parent or district from her company, actually, Melinda Betley. She works for, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Uprising Financial Services. And they had some office furniture and we were happy to take that donation so we can use it around the district.
that's great.
Great, yeah, absolutely, greatly appreciated.
Yes. All right, roll call, please.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish.
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. I'm sorry, Terry.
Tony?
Under superintendent's
That's a T.
reports and recommendations.
Thank you. I'd ask the board's approval for all items listed under personnel.
Motion.
So
I'll move.
moved.
All right, Wayne and Diane seconds. Discussion, any?
I'd just like to make a note here. We have a resignation from Mr. Roger Levo. Roger was a long time teacher. Actually, he and his wife both in Little Miami, and both are retired teachers. Roger submitted his letter of resignation as our academic team assistant coach. And I just wanted to acknowledge Roger. He's coached in Little Miami for 37 years. He's coached a variety of sports, and as you see in his letter of resignation, also, I think I saw 12 different championships that he was a part of. And I would just recommend the board accept his resignation with regret. It's people like Roger that make Little Miami a great place. They come, they stay, and they're dedicated to the kids of the community. And I just didn't want to let that resignation go by without at least acknowledging that for Roger.
Yeah, it was a good teacher and a good coach. And as you said, he had lots of awards and lots of winning, and he's very competitive. So that was a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, roll call, please.
Mrs. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin,
With reluctance, yes. Thank you, Roger.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the next item is updated board policies. I'd ask the board's approval for those updated policies.
Need a motion?
I'll move.
Tony?
I'll
I'll
second.
second.
Diane? Thank you. Discussion?
Many of these policy updates are the result of the recent federal requirements and updates on Title IX, investigations related to bullying, harassment, investigations for both students and employees.
And when you need bedtime reading, that's a good thing to read. Roll call, please.
Mr. Siebert,
Yes.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Moving
you. That's
on.
all I have.
That was it.
That's it.
Moving on, I do have a Career Center report. At our last board meeting, the satellite program supervisor, Robin Frederick and Ken McCone, gave board members an update on the successes of the satellite programs. There are currently 35 teachers and 4,000 plus students in career tech programs such as IT, digital media arts, business, teacher academy, family and consumer science, and pre-engineering and biomedical project lead the way. And that hits the kids that really want to come but didn't want to leave their home school. So our satellite programs are doing exceptionally well. We approved over 400 business advisory committee members for 2021 and multiple board policies, just like we did tonight. We approved the retire, rehire of a non-teaching employee. We accepted a donation of 8 laptop computers from an individual in the information technology program. Our OSBA legislative liaison, Mr. Anderson, reported on the CARES Act and also a revised version of HB 305, which addresses school funding. I gave a report as a student achievement liaison on things that were in cybersecurity. Our students were competing nationally. Springboro IT students competed in a BPA event. Project Search interim Jacob Russell, Little Miami, earned an Interim of the Month award. Superintendent Rick Smith updated the board on enrollment data and market share, which is analyzed by administrators to determine what programming we need. He said that there will be more information discussed at our board work session, which is this week. So that's all I have. Our next board meeting is November the what?
24th,
Fourth.
November
what?
the 24th.
24th? All right. Any other board comments? I just want to give kudos to the staff and to the administration because of everything they're going through with this, like kids moving from, VLA to back to regular class, from regular class back to VLA, how they have to change everything, how, we've had to switch teachers around. It's amazing how they've coped. So I want to say I'm very proud of this whole business.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes.
I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll move.
Tony,
I'll second.
Martin, roll call, please.
Mr. Hamlin,
Yes.
Mr. Nemish,
Yes.
Ms. Horvath,
Yes.
Ms. Grice,
Yes.
Mr. Siebert.
Yes.
Thank you.
Still got to work on those motions, guys. Thank you all.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Yes.
night.
Good night.